If your God is small enough for you to understand, he's not big enough to manage your life. Oh boy. So we're switching it up a little bit. We're going to try to do the Monday of the actual week of entries from the book. So, and we'll be broadcasting the podcast on Fridays. We'll see how that works. So, back to this slogan. Well, I think I'm pretty smart. People tell me I'm smart. I did well in school. I have many times really thought that I understood what was going on. And then, I got some sort of curveball, some unexpected detour, and I really couldn't understand. And I do read a lot of spiritual literature. I read the Bible a lot. I've read a lot of recovery literature. I've done a lot of recovery work. And I have fancied that I understood things and that I understood God's ways. But God's ways are not our ways. And God's ways, the good book says, God's ways are way higher than our ways. And I have found that to be true. I often share about, my son Isaac, who has Down syndrome. And I knew that there would be a genetic anomaly when I had my first sonogram at 12 weeks. And it was a total curveball for me, even though, I was an older mother. It was reasonable to expect, it's not unusual. But, God really does draw straight with crooked lines because, Isaac is an object lesson I return to over and over again because he really has proven to be an extraordinary blessing. And, this will come up again and again because I've really learned so much from the experience. And, uh, you know, God knew better what I needed. And, in the case of Isaac, it gave me my writing career. It gave me a business that blessed a lot of kids before it folded. It's brought immeasurable joy into my life. But I didn't understand. I didn't understand at the time. And I returned to that lesson and so many other things that have played out in my life that I sought to understand. I thought I could understand. I imagined I was understanding and found I was wrong. And the better way to live is to trust that God is big enough to manage my life. And I don't have to understand. I don't have to figure it out anymore. It's exhausting. It's exhausting trying to be God. It's exhausting to overanalyze everything. I still have that inclination. I'm not going to lie. I just know better now. And so I can stop it before it overshadows my life. And I hope you'll take that to heart, that if your God is small enough for you to understand, no matter how smart you are, he's not big enough to manage your life. You want a God who is bigger than you are, more powerful than you are. God bless you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Thanks for joining me today. If this blessed you, please consider sharing it. If you're seeking something deeper, check the episode notes for related scriptures and other references and my social links. You can find the book on Amazon. For those who care to join me, let's close with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Until next time, stay surrendered and stay free.